Hello everybody and welcome back to Aussie Starcraft, casting some more games from the Redbull Battlegrounds, this time on Cloud Kingdom. In the bottom left hand corner is our blue Zerg. It is Ace's Scarlett. In the top right hand corner it is SKMC. So we have Scarlett the show stealer having trumped bomber progressing through against the boss toss on a good old school map. And I've got to say, I don't know what other people think about Cloud Kingdom, but I think this map just is a great map for Protoss to play on. There's so many nice choke points that can be exploited, lots of nice surface area for things like blink stalker shenanigans, and the main base is fairly easy to secure against things like Mutalisk. There's one gap that they can hover over, but everything else has ground underneath it. So I think it's a map that does do very well for our Protoss players. We'll see if Scarlett can replicate earlier successes, or whether the boss toss will be able to put the nail in the coffin, so to speak. Now we have been casting non-stop this morning. The weather's pretty dodgy outside, and don't want to spend too much time in the rain, so inside casting, and these games have just been so great. Every time I think, okay, we'll just cast one more and then we'll go ahead and do all the other things we need to do today. But every time I cast the game, they've just been epic games, and I just can't help myself, have to go out and cast another game. So we've got MC. Looks like he may try and throw down a pylon to block the expansion on the low ground. Scarlett instead going for the spawning pool first. Wants to make sure that she's not too delayed by any pylon shenanigans. MC going to throw down his Nexus first as well. Scarlett trying to kill. Oh, manages to get the probe just out of position, throw down her hatchery a bit early, which is nice little pickup. Gains are about 20 or 30 seconds, so her expansion should actually be finished about the same time as the Nexus by the look of it. Looks like Nexus might actually finish up at exactly the same time. So nice little positioning from Scarlett there, being very aware of where the probe was standing, and managed to throw down the hatchery in the nick of time. MC going to keep going with the wall off here. He's got his forge and his gateway here. One of the funniest games I ever saw on this map, I think it was Root Cats. Yeah, I'm pretty positive it was Root Cats. He was doing some sort of sneaky zergling bangling shenanigans, and the Protoss player tried to wall up, and he threw down his hatchery right here in the middle of the wall. It ended up being one of the funniest PVZs I've ever seen on this map. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know down below. Hilarious game. Cat's always known for doing funny and silly things, but that game able to make it work, expanding inside his own opponent's natural, always something that'll take players by surprise. Scarlett taking natural and a third base, so knows that Protoss going for the Forge Fast Expand. The fairly standard response to a Forge Fast Expand from a Protoss is to throw down a third base as a Zerg. The reason being, most Protoss aggression is going to be delayed. Things like Warp Gate not going to be finished till around the 7 or 8 minute mark, and that buys the Zerg player the time they need to macro up, get a few extra drones, and be able to mass enough units to stop the potential 2-base all-ins that we see quite a lot of. MC certainly not shy from going for 2-base all-ins. Either the Immortal Sentry or Mass Blink Stalker is always another favourite of his. So we'll see what he elects to go for this game, or if we see a more sort of standard game develop between these two. Scarlett just going to be transferring her queens down. Already starting the creep spread. Creep spread pretty important on this map. There is short distances between players, but there is lots of these ramps which make it a bit harder to spread the creep. Also lots of choke points, so most of the time Zerg are going to be trying to go for the surround, and there is quite a long distance when you measure the roundabout pathways on this map. So very important to get your creep spread. Make sure you get your army in position when you need it there. And Scarlett obviously very good with her creep spread. We've seen it in a lot of her games so far. Has some of the best creep spread in the business at the moment. And you can see it in decisions like this to throw down the creep tumor before she's even injected the hatchery. So obviously knowing just how important her creep spread's going to be. and getting a vision established on the map. MC going for a really early third base. I think that's pretty bold. Scarlett's not seeing that, but MC now moving out with a pair of Stalkers, going to be able to threaten this. Scarlett's starting to produce a few Zerglings now, but there isn't a lot that can actually defend here from Scarlett, and she's going to lose her Overlord supply blocking her, so she's going to have to hold this off with some drones and a Queen. So all this is particularly annoying. This other Queens coming in to help defend. We've got 2 Queens here. Can they pick off the Mothership Core? They really need to be able to take this Mothership Core out, otherwise the Mothership Core is going to be able to stop everything that Scarlett has in play. Overlords finish up. We have 14 Zerglings now morphing here at this hatchery, and these Stalkers are going to get caught on the creep here. We got Zerglings going to be able to pick them off. Can we pick off another one? No. MC is going to take the chance to, or take the opportunity and fall back with his remaining Stalker. Third base now almost complete. Few gateways here going to complete the wall in, and a photon cannon to help make it a little bit more safe for Zerglings. Scarlett, of course, going to be moving out with a large group of Zerglings. Speed almost finished up now. I'll have Scarlett poking around. Oh, don't want to get caught on that ramp with a force field. Zerglings are going to pull back. It's quite a large group, but there's not a lot that these can actually do, unfortunately. Third base now safe against any form of counter-attack at this point in game. And Scarlett's Zerglings are just staring meaningfully at this rock formation. Yes, it is a rock. Run around it. Yay! Zerglings trying to decide what they want to do. This front door is Zergling tight, so there won't be any run by into the natural today. Scarlett responds, throws down her 4th base, and going for Roach speed. So might see some sort of Roach sledgehammer come up. But Spire, ooh, sneaky Spire. Apparently we're going to proxy the Spire in the top left-hand corner of the map. So always a little bit risky. That could get spotted. In fact, these Zerglings wouldn't want to play around in this area too much. That would make it pretty easy to find the Spire. Scarlett starting to mass up gas now. You have enough for 5 Mutalisks. I wonder how much we'll have by the time this Spire finishes up. The 4th base is going to be done with its assimilators mining, or extractors. Sorry, I always manage to get those confused by the races. I don't know why that is, but the extractors finishing up now for this expansion. We'll have some drones heading down to those, and Scarlett's going to have 8 gas guys as mining, so this could be a massive Mutalisk cloud coming up, and all we have in play is a few Stalkers, so we'll see just how big a party Scarlett can start. The Protoss unable to really, oh no, now with that warp in they'll be able to move out into the map. Big group of Stalkers and Sentries here. Scarlett's gonna get an idea of what's moving out now. But MC has to be careful not to leave his base exposed to a counterattack. He's going to wall up with these pylons, but these Zerglings could still make it in if they so desire. It looks like they may, but Scarlett knows there's a big Protoss army counterattack coming in. Knows she needs to get her units in position. 13 Mutalisks now on the way at one time. The big Mutalisk cloud, if she can just pull MC back into his base, she's going to be able to do a lot of economic damage with these Mutalisks. So +1 attack also on the way. +3 ground weapons finishing up for MC. No attack, no armor or shield upgrades, just attack upgrades all day long. MC moving out with his big force. Blink actually also research, so this is a big Blink Stalker play from MC, and he does love his Blink Stalker, so we'll see if he can make the most of Cloud Kingdom and be able to use these Blink Stalkers to his usual devastating effect. I think we may have missed the Mutalisk counterattack. No, only 1 worker killed, so the Mutalisk not straying too far from the pack. Have 5 more Mutalisks on the way. Oh, Protoss don't want to engage into this choke point. You have a few Zerglings getting picked off there. That's going to happen all day long against a player of MC's caliber. Really got to get around him. We have a few photon cannons being thrown down, trying to secure these bases. This third base still very exposed to Mutalisks. I'm surprised we aren't seeing Scarlett draw this army out and try to get around and do some economic damage with her Mutalisks. We have 16, 17 Mutalisks already in play and 4 more on the way, so we're going to see a massive cloud of these Mutalisks. Still a lot of stalkers of MC sitting in the mineral line along with a few photon cannons. Those Mutalisks aren't going to be able to do a lot of damage at this point. Oh, no, big blink in from the rest of the forces. The Mutalisks are going to get forced back. Still hovering at about 19 Mutalisks, unable to finish off the last couple of those stalkers, which is a bit of a shame. Scarlett here throwing down another base, up to 5 bases and a hidden 6th base in the top. So Scarlett being fairly relentless with her mobility, and it's what we've come to know. Very good multitasking from Scarlett. He's going to pull back, but there's a massive group of stalkers just waiting for those Mutalisks to swoop in. Going to pick up a Mutalist there for nothing in return. So MC just saying when my opponent goes mass muta, I go mass 3 attack stalkers and just sit in my base until I max out. So 170 supply so far from MC. A few Colossi coming into play now to try and deal with these Hydras, but Scarlett knows the stalkers are out of position. She's pounding into the 3rd base. Can she make the most of this? Nice force field's going to keep those Zerglings out. Scarlett going to pick off the Colossi. Oh no! The Scarlett keep continuing to decide, oh, can I get it, can I get it? Going back for it a few times, but unable to finish the Colossi off. And MC is going to take this opportunity to move out. Knows that he just decimated a lot of Scarlett's ground units, and he has a massive upgrade advantage. 3 attack upgrade on all his ground units. You can see these stalkers just able to do so much damage to these Mutalisks. Nice micro there from Scarlett, still allowing her to pick off a few stalkers here, a few there. She'd really love to catch that Colossi out on the map, and I don't know that she may have actually caught it in that little engagement. So able to grab that Colossus, which is nice. We still have a massive Blink Stalker force moving out. So Scarlett electing to go for the base trade, going in for this 3rd base. Can she take it out before reinforcements make it? She's going to lose one of her base, but Scarlett knows she has bases to trade at this point. She needs to cut off MC's income. That'll allow her to be able to eventually wear down these armies. MC just continuing to muscle up towards Scarlett's 3rd base. This hatchery is going to go down. Scarlett committing at the front door with lots of Zerglings and Mutalisks. Is just going to punch into this natural expansion of MC. Going to take down these photon cannons and leave this exposed. MC will have no mining bases left at this point, and we are in a full throttle base race. The Blink Stalkers of the Protoss continuing to muscle their way in, but I don't think MC knows about this hidden base. Oh, where's MC's vision? No, MC has no idea about that base in the top left-hand corner. So this base race scenario could well favour Scarlett. MC continuing to warp in units. Found another base over here. Can he muscle his way in? Do we have another spawning pool going down? The spawning pool will die shortly. Oh, Scarlett throwing down a massive spine crawlers here. This could do a great work against the Blink Stalkers. We had a mass recall into the main base. All of Scarlett's force being forced to recall, and oh, Scarlett really should pick off this mothership core. I think that's a bit of an oversight, but going for the Stalkers, thinking she can take out this group of Stalkers while they're split out on the map. And Scarlett may well have done it here, able to isolate and pick off this Protoss army. MC's left with nothing. No drones mining, no bases remaining. Scarlett's done it here in the base race, able to pick off the 3rd Nexus. What has MC got left in the way of units? Got a few zealots. He knows he has to trade against Scarlett's base, but he has no idea there's an entire another base sitting up here in the top left-hand corner mining away. Scarlett throwing down another backup base. These zealots going to be moving in. They are 3-1 zealots, but MC now getting revealed. Scarlett with 6 spine crawlers already in position at the top of this base. These are going to do a great job again delaying the zealots while the Mutalisks come back. Zealots obviously faring very poorly against Mutalisks. Psyblades are great except when you can't shoot air with them. So MC forced to tap out of the game, and Scarlett just absolutely doing work in this tournament. Able to upset Bomber, able to upset MC, so just able to hunt out and take out some of the best Korean players in the world. So Scarlett showing that foreigner or not, she'll go toe-to-toe with anyone here at the Battlegrounds. So I hope you guys are enjoying the cast. We're certainly enjoying making them. Go ahead and let your friends know, subscribe, and if you wouldn't mind, give us the old thumbs up on the video down below. It's the best way to help us out, and after all, these games are made for the community, and you guys are the community, so we enjoy your support, and all the support that you have been giving us. A lot of you lately been sharing the videos on Facebook and Twitter, and we really appreciate those. It gives us a little notification when you do share them, and we certainly see that and appreciate that. Makes my day when I see the videos getting spread around and put to good use. So I hope you guys enjoy them. We'll catch you in the next cast here on Aussie Starcraft.